debate matters of national importance to the people of Namibia. These constitutional responsibilities carry considerable importance. Laws enacted in this august House serve as a foundation for social order, economic growth, and democratic governance. They establish stability, fairness, and predictability, safeguard fundamental rights, encourage investment and innovation, and ensure disputes are settled peacefully. Hence, the need for a strong legal framework that strengthens democracy, enhances effective service delivery, and builds public confidence in state institutions. Honorable members, as you discharge this mandate, it is imperative to recognize that Namibia does not legislate in isolation. We are navigating an increasingly unpredictable global environment characterized by geopolitical tension, shifting alliances, and in some cases, disregard for established norms of international law. Powerful nations are increasingly asserting their interests in ways that challenge multilateralism and rule-based international law. For a small but principled nation like Namibia, whose foreign policy is firmly anchored on multilateralism, respect of international law, and peaceful coexistence, this reality requires foresight and prudence. The laws crafted in this House must therefore be strong, principled, and forward-thinking. They must protect our sovereignty, enhance democratic governance, and help Namibia navigate that enables global landscape while remaining trustworthy and a responsible member of the international community. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chairperson, over the past years, our country has continued to face social and economic challenges, including high unemployment, inequality, and poverty among members of our society. Those challenges strain the social fabric of our society and call for collective efforts and shared responsibility from all three branches of the state to create positive change in people's lives. The reminders of the core truth, which I often say, we are too few to be poor. Those domestic challenges are further increased by global economic uncertainty, climate-related pressure, and geopolitical instability. In this context, Parliament's role in creating responsive, inclusive, and protective legislation becomes even more vital. The resilience of our people must be complemented by the foresight of our laws. When the 8th administration assumed office on the 21st March, we were fully aware of the depth and the scale of the economic challenge confronting our nation. Our immediate focus was on stabilization, restoring confidence, and re-energizing growth. We remain dedicated to expanding production, increased participation in the economy, and making sure our people are active contributors, not just spectators in national development. The wealth, you like that? You must be part to it. The wealth generated in this country should benefit many of our people, not just a few. As Parliament continues to pass laws, it must ensure that natural resources are used responsibly and sustainably. Adding value to our product should be one of our core principles to stimulate and grow our economy. It should be our future strategic goal to gradually stop extracting our resources without local beneficiation. Last year, the government called on the public to propose amendment to any of our laws in order to address the needs of our people holistically. Some of the critical proposal amendments from the public include those that will ensure meaningful national benefit from our natural resources. It is therefore important that when those amendments are brought to Parliament, they should be considered with urgency. We continue There are many coming. There are many coming. There are many coming. There are many coming. We continue to prioritize agriculture, manufacturing, and digital economy, where young people leverage technological advancement to create jobs for themselves and their pets, while maintaining physical discipline and strengthening revenue collection. Honorable members, Namibia remains an active participant in the regional and global interparliamentary forum, including the Southern Africa Development Community Parliamentarian Forum, the Pan-African Parliament, the International Parliamentarian Union, and the Commonwealth Parliamentarian Association. This platform supports policy dialogue, legislative harmonization with international standards, capacity building, and parliamentarian diplomacy to promote economic transformation, among others. This insight gained from those forums must inform our domestic legislative efforts and strengthen our dedication to a rule-based international system. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, authority in the Republic of Namibia resides with the people who exercise their sovereignty through democratic institutions and elect their representatives. Parliament therefore carries a responsibility not only to legislate, but also to uphold the dignity and integrity of this august House, as they are here on behalf of all Namibians. Robust debate is a cornerstone of democracy. However, it should be conducted with respect, discipline, and purpose. Our people expect their representatives in Parliament to work diligently. They want debates that lead to solutions, laws that improve their lives, and oversight that reinforce governance in a timely manner. Furthermore, the rule of law remains a foundation of peace, justice, and sustainable development. Therefore, in the Republic of Namibia, no individual authority or institution is above the law. Our commitment our commitment to accountability, transparency, and the fight against corruption remains strong. This is not about witch hunt, but about restoring and maintaining public trust in our institution. And as your president, I'm committed to that. Over the past years, Parliament considered and tabled bills which include the appropriation bill, which is the main budget, the Regional Council Amendment Bill, the Land Bill, the Public Enterprise Governance Amendment Bill, the Mental Health Bill, and the Appropriation Amendment Bill, which is the mid-term review. Notes were also issued for the introduction of the Accounts and Auditors Regulatory Authority Bill, the Income Tax Amendment Bill, and the Petroleum Exploration and Production Amendment Bill. Yes, it was given, and it's still on the floor, and it will still come. Regrettably, of all the 9 bills, only 2 which went through, and both of them are budget related. As a government, we appreciate because the government was not shut down. However, it is really disappointing as our people deserve better. But knowing Namibians, I know that was the starting of the Parliament, and I have all the confidence and the trust that as you are starting your work today, you will definitely, this 8th Parliament will serve the people of Namibia better. And I'm sure you all agree. Yes, I know in Parliament there are a lot of things that we can achieve. For example, some parliamentarians might be interested in scoring political points through debate. That's allowed. But it should not overpower. It should not overpower the wishes of the majority of these people who want the Parliament to perform its fundamental constitutional duty of making laws which will guide and address the actual needs of our citizens. Honorable members, while we might have different political views as elected representatives, we should be united by a common goal: the prosperity and the well-being of the Namibian people. I therefore call upon all honorable members of Parliament, regardless of your political affiliation, to raise above partisanship. To conduct yourself with dignity and to restore public confidence in this institution. Let this Parliament be remembered for constructive engagement, principled leadership, and timely as well as tangible outcome that improve the quality of life of our people. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chairperson, the path ahead requires mutual cooperation and a renewed sense of agency from all the 3 organs of the state. The executive, for its part, remains dedicated to work closely with Parliament to prioritize sustainable development. We are all leaders, and we must lead with passion. I am confident that together we can build a Namibia that is prosperous, fair, and justice. In this context, I look forward to a productive parliamentarian result in 2026. Honorable members of Parliament, I now have the honor to declare the third session of the 8th Parliament of the Republic of Namibia officially open. May the Almighty God continue to bless the Republic of Namibia. I thank you.
Kindly take your seats. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that insightful statement. And I would like to ask my honorable colleague, the chairperson of the National Council, Honorable Muha, to convey our appreciation on our behalf of Honorable Muha.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to express my sincere appreciation for the opportunity afforded to me to deliver the vote of thanks. Your Excellency, Dr. Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, the President of the Republic of Namibia and the Head of State, we extend our profound gratitude for your esteemed presence, your exemplary leadership, and the words of wisdom you have delivered this afternoon. Your address has inspired not only those that are gathering here today, but the entire nation. We further convey our sincere wishes to you for the continuous strength and good health as you lead our country on its path towards sustainable prosperity. Honorable Speaker, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to the distinguished dignitaries who have honored this occasion with their esteemed presence. His Excellency, Dr. Nangolo Mbumba, the former President of the Republic of Namibia. Excellency, Madam Lucia Vetboy, Vice President of the Republic of Namibia. Retired General Epaphras Denga Ndaitwah, Mshinda, the First Gentleman of the Republic of Namibia. We are so profoundly appreciative of your presence and the honor you have bestowed upon this gathering. Furthermore, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Elijah Chitunga Ngurare, Honorable Cabinet Ministers, leaders of the official opposition, and all honorable members of Parliament present here, you are hereby acknowledged with deep appreciation for your esteemed presence. Your Lordship, Chief Justice Peter Shivute, together with other honorable members of judiciary present here, we extend our sincere appreciation for your esteemed presence. Honorable Speaker, permit me to further extend our sincere appreciations to the invited guests present here this afternoon. Among others, or among the distinguished attendees, that word, attendees, I recognize Honorable Aser Kapere, the former chairperson. Honorable Professor Peter Kachavivi, the former speaker. Honorable Margaret Mensah Williams, the former chairperson. Honorable Bernard Songas Valatani, the former chairperson. Honorable Lloyd Kasingo, who is also with us here. Honorable Victoria Mbao Kauma, the former vice chairperson. Honorable Doreen Sioka, who is also with us here. Honorable Bishop Kameta, who is also with us here. Mrs. Jane Guriras, who is also with us here. And of course, our UK delegation that are also present here. I as well wish to acknowledge with deep appreciation the presence of members of the diplomatic corps, former members of parliament, heads of institution, captains of industries, administrative heads of parliament, the two of them that are sitting here, members of the media, and the broader public that are here. Your commitment to attend in person has greatly honored this occasion. Honorable Speaker, as I conclude, I invite everyone sitting here to join me in offering our profound gratitude to the Almighty for granting us with His grace and, of course, for the good rain. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Muha, for conveying that vote of thanks on our behalf. Now, in terms of our rules, on the opening day of Parliament, there will be no further matters to consider. The only matter that was here for us to consider was to receive the opening statement of Her Excellency, which she has delivered in an excellent manner. And now, in terms of the rules, I have the pleasure to ask that the House adjourn, the Joint Parliamentary House, adjourn for this joint session of Parliament until further notice, but that the National Assembly would resume tomorrow at 14 hours 30 at the usual place.
Okay? You can hear me?
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much. Are we good to go? Grab me one MP, ne?
Pastor.
I'm ready. Okay. Excellency, the President of the country, and she had a keynote address addressing several issues as if like parties to work together for the betterment of the country. She touched based on some of the bills that were supposed to amend it with some of the 2 budgetary bills that were already passed through. What were your takeaways from the Parliament, from the President's statement of the Parliament opening?
Yeah, I think my takeaway is that she touched more on check and balance. We have the executive arm that is bringing in the bills. Then we have the legislative arms, which is National Assembly and National Council, and the judiciaries that is interpreting what we have enacted here in Parliament. So as a result, she looked on like that there must be a check and balance. The power cannot be in one center. We make laws, the judges interpret. The executive also implement this law accordingly in order to benefit the community on the ground. So I think her emphasis was more on the democracy must be bestowed upon the citizen. So powers must not be concentrated in one corner until where she comes in that when you are in this house, we are not there on the political card. Our must benefit our political party. It must be trickled down to the community on the ground. Mm-hmm. So the issue of accountability, transparency is most important that she touched on, and we expected that also to come from her notes.
Mm-hmm. Now the President also went further and spoke about cohesion, that parties should work together despite their differences, despite their various political parties we came from. When it comes to Parliament, when it comes to issues of national concern, they should work together in cohesion. And you guys have to start, or the Parliament has to now start, or the National Assembly has to start with their operations in the coming week. What is your take on that, and how do you ensure that you guys work together for the betterment of the country?
I think we are getting there. We are there. Like now, most of our committees, we are coming from oversight activities. We went into the regions, some went abroad, but in those committees, it's a mixture of all political parties. And when we are out there, we don't see us as people, members from different political parties. Even when we are here, sometimes it's just debates, but when it comes to reach consensus, we reach consensus as the leaders, not based on what my manifesto is saying. Sometimes your manifesto is not being fully interpreted within the bill that is on the table. However, you just see that no, the idea that is coming from the other side of the house or from the other comrade, it really outweighs my idea of within my manifesto. So sometimes you could see people from the executive, they come to us and explain and also lobby us for the bills to go through. Sometimes our contributions that we are making is also incorporated within the bills. So we are getting there. But as you know, this is the 8th Parliament. We are in our 2nd year now. So, and we are getting there, and we are looking forward to be friends. Like when you are inside here, it's completely different environment. And when you are outside here, we behave completely different as family, as neighbors, as one unit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Amore Anjonji. Mbemburonjo.
Let me see you again.